Right, hello. I'm back with Jack Reacher Part 2. This is the follow-on if you've not seen Part 1, where, well, I'll just go back through it very, very quickly, but go check out Part 1 of Jack Reacher and Charlie Kirk's death predicted in it. But anyway, the long and short of it is, in Jack Reacher, there is a sniper called Charlie. Okay, this is Charlie's watch right before he gets ready to shoot a bunch of people. Okay, and it has the time on it of 2:53 as far as I can make out. 2:53 is the 893rd minute of the day, or minutes into the day, and what we discovered was that as we look at where this sniper is about to shoot, here he is, Charlie is the name of the sniper, who is about to shoot towards PNC Park, which is Pittsburgh Pirates home field, I guess baseball field, home field. Okay, and the this field was opened on March the 31st, 2001, and so if we do a number jump from the opening of that field, yeah, through to Charlie Kirk's death, 893, yeah, the same as the number of minutes on that watch right before he gets ready to start shooting, 893 minutes, and we've got 8930 days from the opening of that ballpark through to Charlie Kirk's shooting. Interestingly enough as well, the time on the watch also happens to be 7 minutes to 3, and 7:3 is Tom Cruise's birthday, yeah, July the 3rd. Okay, so just interesting little connections. And where Charlie Kirk was actually assassinated, if we look at the actual layout of the campus here, I've got the little X on where Charlie was assassinated. The amphitheater where he was assassinated is in the shape of home base. Okay, and we have two paths leading up to that. Essentially, what would be you're running from third to home and then out to first over here. There's a whole bunch of other symbolism here, but the home plate idea was from a video that 7711 put out. So he put out a video talking about it, but I believe he got it from somebody else. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's where that idea comes from. And of course, it's repeated in a bunch of other. The baseball theme is repeated over and over again. Okay, so without spending too much time on that, that's the long and short of the part 1 decode, is the fact that from the opening of that field that's in the backdrop there, people getting shot, 893, and they show us the exact time when that happens, which happens to be 893 minutes into the day, which coincides with the building of the opening of that park through to Charlie Kirk's death. Okay, absolutely crazy. We've got more in there though than that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to start clicking through all these tabs right here very, very quickly. There's a lot of interesting stuff, and I'll try and do this as quickly as possible, but there's more to this than just that little bit. Okay, so what I've got here is, now again, spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about the film, but in the film there is a character that is basically is the patsy for that sniper attack there. Okay, he's basically the guy that's getting framed for it, and the character that is getting framed is Mark Barr in the film, and it's Joseph Sikora, or however you say that. This is the actor, okay, that is framed. June 27th, 76. Okay, so let's run his numbers out, and I've gone to the day before here because there was something interesting with this number, which is that this is palindromic here. So I'm cheating a little bit here because I'm on the day before Charlie Kirk's death. And of course, you can do this, include the end date, and if I don't include, and so that end date included is the same number jump as to the 10th. Okay, if you make that out, that's the fudgery there that I'm doing for this. But the reason why I'm doing that is because, what am I doing? The reason why I'm doing that is because this 17971 palindropic number with this dude that's framed for the attack there, this is interesting with this 179, okay, and we're going to go through that now. And this is only a day off, and remember we just had Hugh Grant with the 99 birthday as well, just one day off as well, so it's fairly interesting because you can fudge those numbers to still work. So excuse me. Anyway, this is the actor that is playing the sniper in that scene. It's playing Charlie, okay, the assassin. And his birthday, so let's go back to, where the hell is it? Let's go back to here real quick. So the guy that, so this is the guy he's setting up, and the guy that is doing the setting up is this actor, Jay Courtney, okay, as Charlie, right? And we don't have a birthday on here, but we can find a birthday. We come to here, 15th of March, 86. Now, what's interesting about the 15th of March is the 315th day of the year that we've got coming up is 11/11, and that's our day after 10/11. If you saw the last video, I showed you that this number jump here from the opening of Pittsburgh's ball field through to Charlie Kirk's death could also be this set of numbers here, and that set of numbers corresponds to the 1110th prime. So, and we have this 10/11 reference, which is our big day in the dollar bill, which is of course leading on to 11/11, which is the 315th day of the year. So fascinating stuff yet again, just with, you know, these birthdays, just standalone birthdays. But if we do his birthday through to, this is the release of the film, okay, look at the numerology here as well, all the 12s and 21, 2-1 numerology. That's kind of interesting because there is a couple of references to this in that scene as well. There's a number plate that has, I believe, a 10-12 on it. Anyway, I don't want to get too bogged down with that, but let's just see. Now we see 9779 palindropic showing up. So we have this, you see what's happening here? We've got this kind of 7-9 stuff, 179 stuff, and 7-9 stuff popping up. So what, Dan? Well, if we keep going with this, if we look at Charlie Kirk's birthday through to the release of the film now, it just happens to be 7009 days. Okay, we can make that work with inclusive date. So this 7-9 stuff starts looking interesting when you're taking the sniper Charlie here, looking at the release of the film, and we're taking Charlie Kirk's birthday, looking at the release of the film, 7-9 stuff. The guy that is set up in the film, he's palindropic. You know, we talked about how important these palindropic numbers have been with Charlie Kirk. His birthday is palindropic the day before, okay, and we can fudge that to work this number jump here, which actually is important as well. We'll come on to it in a minute. The 1792 numerology is going to be pretty important in a minute as well. So this number is now working for the following day as well. Okay. What else have we got in here, Dan? Come on. We've got some other interesting random bits and pieces. Like this is marginally interesting. What I've got here is I've got the actor playing Charlie through to another baddie actor in the film, right? Okay, you just have to watch the film. But this is another important baddie actor in the film, and it just happens to be, let me show you who he is, in case you're wondering. He's a corrupt policeman in the film, okay? David, I'm not even going to say the last name. I can't. That is going to be a mess. The 1st of April 76 is his birthday, okay? Because we're going to do some number jumps with this character as well. So this is another baddie guy in the film. There's several baddie guys, but he's one of the main ones. And we've got a couple of, and Charlie's the other one, and then there's a couple other ones as well. But he's one of the main ones. Okay. So this 3636 showing up. Now, I wish I hadn't got rid of the number jump, but there was I can't remember what number jump it was, but 630, the 630th prime number did show up in a number jump. So this 3636 is fairly interesting, but why I've left this in here with this sort of double number is because this occurs several times. Well, actually it occurs a couple of times in these number jumps, and it occurs with people's birthdays as such. Like this character here, that is the guy getting framed. Sorry, this is all over the place, but if I just show you what I'm talking about here, if you were to write this date like this, okay, you can see what I'm saying here now. There's a lot of numbers showing up in this where there's like a double set of digits. Okay, let me show you the other one. Okay, so that's like, this is 27676, and so we've got this, where the hell's it gone? We got this 3636, and there was another number jump that was, let me just find it. I'm gonna have to jump about a little bit here. I'm sure I got it any of those still. Here it is. You see, from the release of the film through to Charlie Kirk's death was 4646. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting as well, because 4646, if you wanted to, you could write Donald Trump's birthday like this as well. Yeah, with the 4646 on the end. I just thought I was interested. I don't really know what it means. It's just kind of interesting. So with the 4646 and the, these double groups of numbers, so to speak, right? So I guess I'll I don't really know what I'm doing here. Let's not backtrack. Let's just carry on where we were going with this. What have I got here next? This is Tom Cruise's birthday through to the release of the film, and it's a number that doesn't look very impressive off from the get-go right there, but if we click it, what we're going to see is that we've got a composite number that's popping up right here, this 20777, which is, again, ties in with, in fact, if we do this, the Charlie Assassin guy and Charlie Kirk's birthday, the difference between them is this 2770. So we've got 27 popping up as well, in between these two, okay, with this composite number for Tom Cruise's birthday through to the release of the film. Just little coincidental things like this, okay. Now what's also interesting is this 27, you can fudge it to do 271 numerology, and again, that now becomes interesting because of a character that's in this film that's I've got to go back, who is also working alongside Jack Reacher. Okay, she's a goodie. Okay, and this is Rosamund Pike, the actress's name. Okay, now we don't have a birthday on here, but I can find it. Now what's interesting about this is, remember, she is in Die Another Day. We've talked about her before. Okay, so we've got people popping up now, gotten a lot of cross connections with other films and actresses and actors. But anyway, so she's Helen Rodden, and she is the defense attorney for the guy that's getting framed. Okay, But what is interesting is her birthday, when we're talking about this 271 stuff, is again her birthday. Don't want to be on there, hang on. Hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got her in here somewhere. Here we are. Her birthday is 12779, okay? January the 27th, 79. Oh, look, she's 46 years old right now. And she's got some key number jumps in here, so we're going to do that, some of those number jumps now with her. But this is the, if you just take the bare bones of her numerology, 1279, okay? Remember, what we were looking at with this earlier guy with the palindromic number, and we've got the 1279 numerology in here as well. I know it's very loose. People don't like that loose stuff, but there's a connection there, okay? Anyway, this is her birthday. Now I've gone through to 1010 here, okay? Her birthday through to 1010. Notice the 179 numerology again. We're going to actually, we'll backtrack and I'll show you how that ties in with her stuff in just a second. But this is this big date in the dollar bill, okay? 10th of November, okay? So that's our big date in the dollar bill. Again, you could add a day on if you really wanted to, and go to the 11 as well. Okay, it's not really changing the numerology much, but let's backtrack now to Charlie Kirk's death date, and you can see we've got 17029. We've got this, we've got Diana's birthday mixed in with Diana's wedding day, and remember, Charlie Kirk is super connected to Charles and Diana and their wedding. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. So that set of numbers there, if you can just look at it and pick out, I know that's, again, people say that's you're fudging it again, Dan, but if you can see those numbers there, it's super interesting. Right, what else do I got in here? Oh, I've got that number jump coming up here now. Okay, that was the same number jump. Okay, let's click this one. This is, trying to think, this is the other baddie guy in the film. Let's have a look. This is this guy here, pretty sure. 9542. Yeah, yeah. Okay, he's playing the baddie. He's the head baddie. Okay, in the film. From his birthday through to the 10/11 date. Again, let's have a quick goosey gander at this one. Okay, again, the composite numbers looking interesting. 271. Remember, Madonna has that 127 numerology as well, which I'm not going to get onto Madonna in this video, but I might put another one out here in a minute and talk about her in just after I get this one done. What else we got here? Here's another character that we've talked about recently. Let's go to him. Robert Duvall. Okay, as Martin Cash of all names. That is a super interesting, obviously with the cash, all the references to the dollar bill, and Martin and Marty and yada yada yada. Robert Duvall. Now remember, we were just talking about him with the reference in Falling Down. Okay, he's the cop that is chasing Michael Douglas, whose middle name, don't forget, is Kirk, probably after his father, and Robert Duvall is chasing him down. Okay, January 5th, 31. Check it out. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Okay, through to 10/11 again. He is palindromic on that date through to there as well. So I just thought it was worth mentioning, okay? Because, that's our next big day coming up. This is trying to remember now. This is another. Who is this in the film? I can't remember. This is somebody else in the film who is also palindropic. 28682. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's go back. Oh, I know who this is. Okay, this is Richard Jenkins. This is the district attorney. Let's look. May the 4th, 47. Okay. So this is also, where were we at? May the 4th, 47. So this is also interesting that this dude's coming out. And don't forget, we're really talking about the 10th through to the 11th. Okay, resurrection. Again, it's just interesting that he's also palindropic that day. Let's do some other number jumps here. So we're going back to, this is the baddie policeman, the corrupt cop that's in the film, through to Charlie Kirk's death, 186 numerology, 18,060 days. Let's check something else out. This is Charlie Kirk's birthday through to Turning Point, the founding of Turning Point, and it's 618. So this is just the reverse numbers here for this. Okay, it's just fascinating stuff that you're getting stuff that can kind of match up there. Now, what have I got here? I've got the same character, the actor, his birthday through to Charlie Kirk's birthday, and what do we end up with? 6406. Let me just backtrack that and make sure I'm getting these. Hang on, let me backtrack when we get 76. Okay, I'm just checking I'm getting these dates right. Every once in a while, I'll put a date in wrong. His birthday through to Charlie Kirk's birthday. Here we go with the 6406, the 646 right there. And again, the film's released through to Charlie Kirk's death. Yeah, the 4646. Just, yeah, what do I say about it? It's just interesting, you know. I mean, it's not like exact numbers, and I think we're into some other stuff here I was going to talk about with Madonna later. It's not, you know, I mean, a lot of this stuff isn't exact, but it is super duper fascinating, especially like, you know, this character that is playing Charlie through to the release of the film, the 9779, and this other guy with his palindropic, with his palindropic number, with the 179 the day before, and then this other 79 reference with Charlie Kirk's birthday through to the release of the film. So you can see, you know, we've got some matches occurring here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Well, I'm going to talk about some other stuff after I get done with this, but that is pretty much part B. Again, you know, I mean, it's, you know, that first decode's really the one, but this is the follow-up. This is what would have took us over the hour mark, you know, talk about this, but, you know, yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and, you know, just crazy stuff. Just absolutely crazy. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.